wasn't a good day. That was a bad day. They have added a timed event where things are happening and you either have the information you needed already or you don't. I chose to do basically nothing during the phone call, and it didn't go so well. Nina here isn't dead, but she is in the hospital. It seems to me that if I had discovered earlier that she had PTSD and had put her address in the system, then she wouldn't have had time to grab the gun. They would have gotten her at home. And if she wasn't armed, they may have been able to take her without resistance. I didn't know what would happen. I had no reason to think that she would, up and flee until it was already in motion. This initiate guy? He's who we're gonna go after today, I think. He's the hacker who's contacted both Nina and Harrison. And I don't like him very much. So, next day. Episode 4, Memory Hole. Back again, I still can't believe what happened yesterday. We got the perpetrator of the bombings. Everything looks that way. An officer nearly died. Miss Maternova got wounded badly in the process. Looks like she's going to make it. Should we have done something differently? I really don't know. Worst of all, as you found out, Abraham Goldfeld seems to have incited and planned the assaults. We need to get him today. There must be some lead on him we've overlooked. I'll keep observing all others in case we learn something new. Or we will. Charge multiple homicide. Oh dear. Redacted. When prompted to surrender, the suspect instead shouted out aggressively while producing a firearm, aiming at one of the executing special agents. The suspect then opened fire, wounding Special Agent Redacted on the left shoulder. In defense, Special Agent Redacted drew his pistol and returned fire, hitting the suspect in the left leg, causing her to immediately collapse. That was her injured leg. The suspect was secured on the scene. An ambulance was called and the paramedics took the injured suspect to Bonton City Hospital, where she remains under strict surveillance. Juliet and Harrison. Yeah, Donald speaking. Harrison, this is Juliet. Isn't this your office number? Are you working Sunday? Look, as much as I appreciate that I am once again so important to you, I'm a bit in between things. Harrison! Nina has been arrested. Quit bullshitting me, not funny. Take a look at TNB if you don't believe me. The Bonton bombings? Nina? This is some stupid joke, ain't it? I wish it was. Nina, what the hell did you get yourself into? There's more. I spoke to her yesterday. She called me. I've never heard her so scared. She said she was being tracked by someone and needed to skip town. She just wanted to let me know what was going on, in case anything happened to her. Then she packed a few things and went on her way. Wait. What do you mean by tracked by someone? She suspects someone to be wiretapping her calls. She wasn't exactly willing to talk about it. I don't know for sure, but I think it could have been the police. Oh, this is fucking brilliant. How long do they discover the connection to us, huh? They might be listening to this very call as we fucking speak about Nina. Why would they? You didn't do anything. Or did you? No, damn it, that's becoming blatantly obvious. These government assholes are trying to set us up. The bombs are exactly where we held our protests. Then those letters and the song Abe obsessed about. And now you tell me you've been in contact with Nina just yesterday? Pretty much proof that they've been waiting for. We're cooked. You really believe the government is hesitant for us? I thought you and the gov were best friends forever, and now reading your opinion pieces. What reason would they be after us? Why not? What did we do? Speak up against them one too many times. Fuck do I know? I should seek help, just in case. Help? Who's gonna help us? Joseph Langley might be worth a shot. Who? Cassandra's lawyer, don't you remember? Friggin' lawyer? What do you want him to do? Bust law enforcement? The government? He understands our situation. Abe also knew Joseph. I talked to him recently. Really, Jules? They make the laws, they break the laws. We will need to speak in a language they understand, but not one they own. I take you have a much better plan then? We need to get people on our side. Turn things around. Abraham knew that. Yeah, you're right, he did know that. So now you're set on miraculously achieving something that Thought spent 1.5 years attempting? This is not about Thought. This is about defending myself. Well then, what's your defense plan? There's this guy. A guy, huh? What's with the name Initiate? He might actually be a girl. Who cares? Look, this hack is on the Thought blog. And it was a very elaborate hack. Our site is super safe. I'm not an amateur. That guy, girl, whatever, is skilled. And Initiate mentioned having no sympathy for the government. You're just gonna trust a random hacker who targeted Thought simply because he said he doesn't like the government? Why would he first threaten us and then work with us? Leave it to me, Jules. I'll persuade Initiate with ease. Imagine the possibilities with our own hacker. Okay, you know what? Have it your way. I'll have it mine. Arguing like the good old days. Sure, you tell Alias still Julesy Kerr? Might be more secure than calling each other. Yeah, it is. Let's get going. There goes my chill Sunday morning. Watch yourself, okay? Wait, are you worried about me, Jules? I didn't know you still... Ugh, no. Bye, Harry. Seems to be a natural reaction. They must be setting us up because we didn't do anything for sure. I almost understand it. Almost. They knew each other very well. This could be a new lead. I will request to consider Joseph Langley a target. Yet another person in our database, because we're so convinced we're doing the right thing. Huh. We have clearance to proceed. We're going to need to know some basics of who Joseph Langley is. Remember to check old sources. Other than that, focus on hints to Abraham Goldfels. He's the center, the crux of all this. Hey, Wiseass. I have no idea who you are, and why you suspect us of being involved in the Bonton bombings. Were these usual circumstances, I wouldn't care less about a weirdo like you. But you just told me in your last email you would now tend to another. Well, have a look at TNB. This is the person you wanted to tend to. Soon enough, you will have some serious explaining to do. And it won't be to me, if you get what I mean. Lucky you, I'm not ready to continue this ridiculous battle or whatever this is. Now you've made yourself comfortable in the same sinking ship, I want to suggest something better than battling each other. You can be righteous? Then be righteous. Become a member of Thought. You said you're not on the government side, so why not be on ours? He continues active recruitment for thought. Wonder if this hacker will accept. That's Joseph Langley, huh? Alleged perpetrator of Bonton bombings arrested. Bonton. Investigative success in Bonton bombing case. Alleged perpetrator identified and arrested in her apartment. Wait, that's not what happened? Wonder if I broke the game. Explosive devices were discovered. Listen, I don't like the reports either. We needed to cover the fact that this happened somewhere in public. Ah! We cannot frighten people. No! You fucking liars. Sometimes their truth and ours have to divert for the common good. Oh my god. And did you plant shit in her apartment too? The perpetrator of the recent attacks across Bonton has been identified and arrested. A Special Forces team stormed the flat of Nina M. yesterday evening after evidence suggested that she was the lead suspect in the case. When confronted by the Special Forces, Nina M. drew a firearm and fired at police. The team returned fire, wounding the suspect in the process. Upon searching the apartment after making an arrest, Special Forces discovered nearly half a dozen additional homemade explosive devices, created with easily accessible chemicals, hardware, and military equipment. Investigative forces have indicated that the military-grade equipment belonged to Nina M. during her military service, which she was allowed to keep when she was dishonorably discharged in 2011. Whether this might pose a motive for Nina M. to commit the assaults is only speculative at this time, and may be clarified once M. is able to be questioned. Upon receiving the news, Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix showed relief. Quote, "Our endeavor to find this evil individual has finally been crowned with success. I have never had any doubt about the capability of our investigative methods. This concludes a dark chapter in the history of Bonton and all the nation," Delacroix stated. JP. Heavy rainstorms ravaged Bonton and Farview. Strong squalls of low Matilda. That's a sentence I cannot grok. Strong squalls of low Matilda uproot trees, damage cars, and buildings in the Bonton Farview area. 4 people get injured. Firefighters called more than 300 times. Multiple cars buried under trees. Forecasts have predicted bad weather for Saturday, but no one is expecting harrowing results of this magnitude. Trees were uprooted in the Bonton River area, obstructing and bearing blah blah blah. Millions of dollars of damage. Firefighters in the area were called to more than 300 operations. Temporarily had a hard time to respond. Meteorologists have confirmed the storm caused by Low Matilda is among the 10 worst rainstorms in the history of Bonton and Farview since the very beginning of weather recordings. I don't know what Low Matilda means. Exclusive interview with gym founder Ronson. Very own Jeffrey Paxton got the exclusive chance to interview gym founder Tyler Ronson after he opened his 100th fitness studio. Tyler Ronson flew all the way to Dewhurst for the grand opening of his newest studio. TNB, your startup just opened the 100th gym in the nation. How does it make you feel? Ronson, good. TNB, the Projection magazine reported that you actually went to the grand opening in person to test out all the equipment. Let me emphasize this. Every single piece, by yourself, before you would give it the green light. Is that accurate? Ronson, of course. I did that in every gym studio I've opened. TNB, really? You must be kidding me for sure. Ronson, I do not kid. TNB, so, I understand you come from a pretty poor background. Your family had 6 children to feed, and your father was unable to find work for a large amount of your childhood. How did you overcome these obstacles to become a nationwide respected entrepreneur? Ronson, my father always told my brothers and me, boys, there is not a problem you cannot solve. Go out to face whatever hinders you and punch it in the face as hard as you can. So I did exactly that. T&B. An interesting metaphor. Ronson, it is not a metaphor. T&B. What do you mean by that? Ronson, I went out to the bank of my parents. They were highly indebted to this bank. I went straight to the manager and punched him in the face as hard as I could. God, does that work? T&P. I have to admit I am, well, surprised, to say the least. What effect did that have? Ronson, at first he went down pretty hard, hit his head on his glass table, and then when he had recovered, he was impressed of my strength and my boldness. He suggested an investment model for a gym chain. Then I came up with the name Jim. T&B. So, what does JYM stand for anyway? I think you never actually told anyone. Will you tell our readers? Ronson. It stands for Jim. It's all capitals because I thought it would look like it had more energy that way. So it's not Jim, it's Jim! Wow. Notable alumni. There he is. That was some time ago, wasn't it? Owns a law office in the city of Bonton. Graduated from Tulligan in 1992. Welcome! Law Offices of Joseph Langley, or Logel. Profile. After my release from prison, I got involved in a violent knife fight and was facing jail term for parole violation. Joseph submitted a plea for mitigation, which was granted, and now I'll just spend 6 months in community service. Then I'll be a free man again. Profile. Meet Mr. Joseph Langley, our reliable partner in law. Portrait. Joseph Langley studied criminal law at Tulligan University in Bonton. Instantly after his graduation in 1992, Joseph Langley partnered with Catherine Delacroix, a fellow student, who is now officiating as Secretary of Security in the government, to found a criminal law office of their own, Delacroix and Langley Legal. Oh boy. Whew. Does that mean I get to open a file on Delacroix? Wow, I didn't even know she had a law career going before she was actively joined politics. Mr. Langley definitely has been around. So far, so good on Mr. Langley's background. Excluding the connection to Delacroix, everything seems unsurprising. What we need to know right now are his connections to Abraham Goldfels and possibly other members of Thought. Hello, am I talking to Joseph Langley? Hello there. Yes, you are. Who would you be? I'm Juliet, Cassandra's friend. We spoke a couple days ago. Yes, of course. Hi, Juliet. How can I help you? By the way, I heard from Cassandra. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you yet. Honestly, I don't know quite where to start. Really? Oh, that's good. Where is she? It's not so good. She got arrested. Wait? Why? I was informed Cassandra has been taken into custody. Apparently they have new evidence regarding the attack on that officer. I tried to call immediately, but they claim she didn't want to talk to me. That's their official statement. Where do they suddenly dig up new evidence from? I have no idea, but I just had it with their shenanigans. It's just so annoying that I can't even talk to her. I'm trying every precedent I know to get in contact with her. Joseph, this sadly aligns perfectly with another incident. You've probably read TMB today? You mean about the Bonton bombings perpetrator? Yes, the woman that got arrested, Nina. She's a friend, and also a member of our group, Thought. You're right, this is very troubling. Come to think of it, Abraham asked me to do a favor for someone called Nina once, quite some time ago. I hope it wasn't this Nina. It might well be. I doubt Abe knew many other people named Nina. What was the favor about? Oh, it was just a small thing, nothing of importance. I just spoke to Harrison, maybe another member of the group. We might agree police might be investigating us next. They might be on to everyone in Thought now. They might lock us up straight away. I mean, they can do that. I mean, can they do that? Well, even with the safety bill in place, they still need solid indication that you're involved in the actual bombings. Well, honestly, I'm not sure what constitutes a solid indication these days. Is there anything we can do? That you can do, maybe? Juliet, I appreciate that you come to me. It really is worrying, and I would take this on immediately were it not for Cassie. I made the mistake to set false priorities once. I owe Cassandra to get her out of this first. Joseph, Nina's in a hospital. She got shot. We might be next. Oh. Well. If I was in that situation, I would be trying to get my girlfriend out of there, too. I need time to read into some more specialized codes of law again, write some emails, see if there's a legal limbo, or basically anything I can do for Cassandra. Maybe I'll come across something that might help you as soon as well. After all, the cases seem to be connected. That's all I can offer. I hope you understand. I do. It's kind of a relief, thank you. Wish I could do more. I'll let you know. Okay, bye. Goodbye, Juliet. Join forces, Wiseass? Troubling. Very troubling. But answer me this. 1. How can I join Thought when I'm already a part of it? Oh. He is a member already? Why didn't we find any hints at his history with Thought then? Send me your answer. Timelines.tna web warrior. Friend me to get express security flaw news. Warrior of the web. 1912, that's not... It's too early to be World War I. June 23, 1912. Alan Turing? That's Alan Turing's birthday. Somehow, I don't believe you are Alan Turing. The omnipresent interwebs. Disable. Entertaining the masses. Initiate likes giraffes with hats. Lazy passwords. National Bread Eating Olympics. And all the memes.
Warning, warning, this video is almost over. Warning, warning, it's time to choose another one. This has gone on far too long, time to wake up and sing along. Warning, warning, this video is over now.